of Examsnet. Welcome to the question series of Examsnet. I hope this series of detailed explanation is helping you a lot. Let's start this session. Here is a question which consists of a passage. In the following passage, there are blanks, each of which has been numbered. These numbers are printed below the passage and against each, 5 words are suggested, one of which fits the blank appropriately. So, the first part of the question is find out the appropriate word in each case. The words are reviewed, gutted, spurred, abused and loved. Reviewed means to reread. As we say that let us take a review of the book means let us reread the book. Gutted means defeated. Spurred means being inspired or motivated. Abused means tortured. And loved means you can say that be the recipient of affection or affection. So out of all these words, spurred meaning inspired by, in this case fear, makes most sense contextually. So option C is the correct answer for this question. The directions are same for the coming questions up to question number 6. So again we have to find out the appropriate word in each case, and in this context of the given blank here, run and shortages make sense, but even between the two, toilet paper shortages fit the context more appropriately since it provides a reason why the scenario resembles a bank run or a run to withdraw money from banks due to the shortage of funds. Thus, we can say that option A, shortages, will be the correct answer for this question. It will easily satisfy the given blank. In the next part also we have to find out the appropriate word in each case, and of all the given options, 2 words up and sense can be used to fill the blank, but when put together the phrase made up means something which is false or not true. Thus it invalidates up as an answer choice. Thus, sense can be used to fill the blank to make the sentence contextually and grammatically correct. It will be made sense, and made sense can be used to mean justify. So, the proper and appropriate word is sense here. So, we can say that option number B is correct, which is sense. Similarly, looking for the next questions. In this question also we have to find the appropriate word. See, the statement is talking about stockpiling goods, and as a result, resources are depleting too. Here, ruminating means to think deeply. And sustaining means to strengthen something, to give a strength to something. And drowning means to suffocate by immersing in water, or we can say suffocate by immersing in water. And out of all these options available, only option A makes sense because the statement is talking about stockpiling, and here stocking, as the result resources are depleting too. So the correct option for this question is option number A, which is stocking. Next part is also the same. We have to find the appropriate word in each case. See, printing means to print. Painting means to breathe heavily. Seething means to be filled with intense but unexpressed anger. So we can write unexpressed anger. And clashing happens when something goes against something else. So clashing means something goes against something else. And pulling means to pull out of all these options. One cannot print or breathe heavily a knife. Seething means to be filled with intense. It is not applicable as well with knife. Clashing happens when something goes against something else. The only correct option which fits grammatically and contextually is option C, which is pulling. One can pull out a knife. Thus, option C is the correct answer for this question. Next part is also the same, and it is the last part for the given directions. Again, we have to find out the appropriate word in each case. Analysis means to analyze something. Rule means to rule over or to take an entire kingdom. So, to take over. Lead means to lead away and to be ahead always. Assume means to predict something. And preclude means to prevent something from happening. The statement makes a pertinent question regarding what should be done to avoid the toilet paper shortages sparked violence. Given the context here, out of all the option E makes sense because the term preclude means to prevent something from happening by making it impossible. Thus, option E will be the correct answer for this question. I hope all these questions are clear to you. Next question have different directions. Read the sentence to find out whether there is an error in it. The error, if any, will be in one part of the sentence. The number corresponding to that part will be your answer. If the given sentence is correct as it is, mark the answer as no error. Ignore the errors of punctuation if any. In this question, we have to find that if there are any errors. And if there are any errors, then we have to correct or we have to rectify those errors. So the statements are, one way you would stay happy is to pay attention to what you have rather than what you crave. The error here lies in part B. We need to replace the infinitive to with by and convert the base form of the verb pay into a gerund paying to rectify it. So it will be happiness is by paying attention. Note that we use by in the ing form to describe how to do something. See, here we are putting by in the place of to and we are putting ing in pay. Means we are using by plus ing form just to describe how to do something. So the correct option here will be option number B. And we will rectify it to happiness is by paying attention. Next question also have the same directions and you can see that the direction will be same up to question number 11. So for every coming question we have to just find that which sentence has a error in it. Every economy follow a sinusoidal pattern of a downward trend followed by an upward trend. Here in this question, the error is in the first part of the sentence. As we are talking about a singular subject, every economy, we also need to have a singular verb too. So, we need to replace follow with follows to rectify it. So in the place of follow, it will be follows. Thus, the correct option here will be option number A. Next part, have the sentences. Tribals located in the central regions are solely dependent of natural resources for their livelihood. The error here lies in the third part of the sentence because the preposition of denoting something belonging to is misplaced here. So it needs to be replaced by the preposition on, because on is used as a function word to indicate a source of dependence. Thus the correct option here is option number C. It will be dependent on natural resources. Next part is plant that enhances the soil overall productivity and promote the growth of other crops are sown alongside. In this particular part, the error lies in the second part of the sentence. The adverb overall, here overall is a adverb. So the adverb overall, meaning as a whole, needs to precede the following phrase, soil productivity, to better qualify it and maintain the syntax of this sentence. Thus we can say that option B is the correct answer for this question. Next and the last part for this direction is the dictionary was useless as most of the words the student wanted to look over were not present. So in all the parts of the sentences, the error lies in the third part of the sentence, which is the phrase look over means to inspect or to examine something, especially in a way, is misplaced here. It needs to be replaced by the phrase look up. And look up means an act, a process or instance of looking something up. And it is contextually also correct. So correct option here will be option number C. Only the rectification is look over will be converted into look up. So I hope all these questions are clear to you. Next question is, read the given passage carefully and answer the questions that follow. Certain words are printed in bold to help you locate them while answering some of the questions. The first part of this question is, which of the following is the most similar to the word given in the bold as per its usage in the passage? And the word which is given in the bold is critical. Critical means having a decision or crucial importance in the success, failure or existence of something. Now talking about the options, restrictive means imposing restrictions. Dangerous means likely to cause harm. Decisive means settling an issue. Pivotal means of crucial importance in relation to development or success of something else. So it can be written as development or success of something. And unresponsive means not responsive. So out of all the options, option D is synonymous to the term critical, because critical means having a decision or importance in the success or failure or existence of something. So option D is synonymous to the term critical. Therefore, option D is the correct answer, which is pivotal. Again, the directions will be same up to question number 19. So, The next part of the question is which of the following is the most similar to the word given in the bold as per its usage in the passage? And words in the bold is flip the narrative. So let us understand about what this phrase means. Flip the narrative phrase is used to talk about the issue from a different perspective and urge your audience to buy into your perspective. So accordingly, it is all about change of thinking in perspective. So option D is the correct answer for this question. Next part of the question is what does the author mean by the given sentences in the passage? With data being the lifeblood of the modern enterprise, having solid data protection strategies is not a nice to have but a need to have. And the statements are the massive amount of data is immensely valuable to large enterprises and protecting it can be highly advantageous. Second statement is all modern enterprises largely dependent on big data must ensure to implement foolproof data protection strategies too. And third statement is owing to the rise of AI presence in big data analysis, understanding the need of data protection can be beneficial for modern enterprises. It is evident from the given statement that data protection is not only advantageous for enterprises dependent on data, but there is also a need to implement foolproof strategies. So statement 1 explains the phrase lifeblood of modern enterprises but does not stress the idea of implementing any short strategy to protect data, which stands best explained in statement 2. Therefore, the correct option for this question will be statement 2, which is option number B. Next part is according to the passage, why were the companies inclined towards opting for AI? Statements here are AI technology is capable of conducting speedy analysis. AI enabled data analysis systems are more precise and accurate than human analysts. And the third statement is automation extends a cutting edge feature to the AI processes. So according to these lines of the passage, in fact, it is very considerations that are driving enterprise leaders to act and adapt AI. Speed, scale and automations are the main reasons why AI has become more attractive for business and customers. And said by Ben Hardwick, the chief security officer at Info Tracer, the quantity of data that AI can raise is bigger than what human analysts are capable of. So we can see that all the given statements stand true for the given question, thereby making the option D the correct answer. So all the statements are right here. So option D is the correct answer for this question. Next part of the question is which of the following statements is or are not true with reference to the results of the report? And the statements here are personal data protection is the responsibility of all the enterprises. Second statement is privacy compliance technology had 40% dependence on AI in 2019. And the third statement is data protection is difficult and expensive to manage without the help of technology. As the questions specifically concentrate on the results of the study, statement 1 states a more generalized view. Statement 3 is a fact that is mentioned in the passage in this line's personal data processed is brought in scope and under control, which is very difficult and expensive to manage without technology at. Statement 2 is false because the passage mentions that over 40% reliance on AI stands predicted to be achieved by 2023 and not present in 2019. So only second statement is not true here. So the correct option for this question is only second, which is option number B. See, for this question we have to find that which is not true. So second statement is not true here. Next part of the question is which of the following can be correctly inferred from the given passage. First statement is our online activity is well protected and is immune to breaches and data leaks. Second statement is the next step in the technology of online security is the development of artificial intelligence. And third statement is there are no laws which can protect us in case of a data breach. See, the passage here is entirely about how privacy has become a huge concern due to the data breaches and data leaks. Thus, statement 1 cannot be inferred from the above passage. The passage mentions how legislation regarding data protection is becoming very important with every passing day, and there are various laws regarding the same. Thus, statement third cannot be inferred as well. The only statement which can be inferred from the passage here is statement second, as the passage states that one critical element in future technology advancement and online security is the increased development for artificial intelligence. Thus, option B is the correct answer for this question because only second statement can be inferred from the given passage. So, correct option is option number B here. Next part of the question is what is the thing that the Americans need to be reassured of? And the options are the advanced technology in the future will not be threat to privacy. The personal data will be protected with the advanced technology. The advanced technology will make the internet accessible for all. So the given passage states that Americans need to be guaranteed that technological advancement will no longer threaten privacy, but it will instead enhance the privacy assurance through the safety and security of their personal data. This makes statement A and B correct. Statement C has no connection to the passage actually. Thus, option D will be the correct answer, which is both A and B, because both the statements A and B actually connects to the passage. Next part of the question is which of the following statements is or are true with reference to the passage, and the statements here are speed is one of the reasons why artificial intelligence has become attractive for businesses. Second statement is the legislation in the field of data protection is becoming more and more important. Third statement is privacy is not a major concern when it comes to personal information that we use online. Statement 1 and statement 2 are true because the passage states that speed, scale and automation are the key reasons why AI has become attractive for the businesses and the customers both. So this makes the statement 1 true. The passage also states that with the data being the lifeblood of the modern enterprise, having solid data protection strategies is not a nice to have but a need to have, especially with the laws. So only statement which is false is statement third. Thus we can say that only first and second statement are true. Therefore correct option for this question is option number D, which is both 1 and 2. So I hope this questions are clear to you. You just have to go through the statements and understand the statements so as to choose the correct option. Next question is, in the given question, a part of the sentence is printed in bold. Below the sentence, alternatives to the emboldened part are given as A, B, C and D, which may help improve the sentence. Choose the correct alternative out of the given 5 options. In case the given sentence is correct, your answer will be option E, that is none can replace. The sentence here is products like singing cards which have tiny electronics inside them are specially waxing to recyclers, and the bold letters are specially waxing. We have to find that which of the following options can replace or improve the sentence, and if there is no such option, then option E will be the answer. So the options here are quite no, hated by, not picked up and not good news for. None of the words from these options can replace the highlighted phrase Thus, the correct option is option number E because the given sentence is already correct and none of these options can replace especially waxing. So, the correct answer is option E, none can replace. The next part of this question is, here the directions are same and the sentence is, Australia's greenhouse gas emissions have dipped slightly on the back of new clean energy initiative of the government, and the highlighted word here is on the back of. So we have to find from the options that which option can replace this place in the sentence. The phrase on the back of means because of or on the strength of something, and it has thus been used appropriately in the sentence. So the correct answer is option E, none can replace, because the meaning of on the back of is because of or on the strength of something, and it is correctly being used here. So none of these options can replace it. Next part is, the sentence here is, a new threat to children nowadays is their affinity to playing with germs, and the bold letters here are their affinity to. We know that the word affinity is a noun and affinity means a strong liking or a strong attraction. It can be a strong liking or attraction for someone or something. Now, for the plural subject children, we need a pronoun form in the possessive case which stands attributed by their. Thus, the correct option is B. Here, in place of they, there should be their, which stands correct for the sentence. So, the correct option here is their affinity for, option number B. Next part of the question is, over 90% of the farms in this region has been damaged due to unseasonal rainfall, and the bold letters here are this region has been. So for the plural entity farms, we need a plural verb to agree correctly with the subject. So it should be have been here. In the place of has been, it should be have been. Therefore, the correct option will be option number D, which is this region have been, because we can see that there are farms. Farms is plural. For the plural entity farms, we require a plural verb to agree correctly with the subjects. And the plural verb will be have been. So, the correct option for this question is option number D. Next question have different directions, which is, in the following question a sentence has been given with a word printed in bold. From the option choose the one which can be used to replace the highlighted word. If none of the words can be used to replace the highlighted word, mark option E, that is none of the above, as the answer. See, it is also the same like all the previous questions. And the sentence here is, the authorities are actively looking to revamp crumbling public housing infrastructure in cities across the United States. And here the bold letter is actively. In the sentence, the bold word is actively. And can you tell me what is the meaning for actively? Actively means to be characterized by action, and we can also say that it should be characterized by an action rather than contemplation or speculation. Of all the given options, the word keenly means eager or enthusiastic manner. And the word keenly acts as the perfect alternative to actively, because keen means very eager to participate in a manner or participate in anything. Keen means we are very eager. And actively also means that continuously, actively they are characterized by action. So the word keenly acts as the perfect alternative to actively and can be used to replace it in the sentence. The other words here are hopelessly means no hope. Briefly means in brief. Ridiculously means not properly. So the word which fits the sentence is keenly. So the correct option for this question is option number B, which is keenly. Next sentence is the report only lists down the impact of the carbon emissions, bushfires on koala, bear, leaving behind the fallout on other species and animals. And here the bold letter is fall out. The meaning of fallout is secondary and lingering effect. Or we can also say set of consequences. Of all the given options, the word synonymous to fallout is consequences. We can see that it means set of consequences. So the similar word here is consequences and it can be used to replace it in the sentence. Thus the correct option is option number D, which is consequences. Next question is, in the given statement, some words have been highlighted. These words may not be at the correct place, making the sentence grammatically and contextually incorrect. Choose the option which represents the correct sequence of words, which will make the sentence grammatically and contextually correct. If the sentence is correct as it is, choose E, that is no rearrangement is required for the answer. And the sentence is, experts say an incident of likely scale could happen again and has been made more relaxed by the administrative decision to similar tradition safety rules. See here, some terms are in bold letters and the terms are likely, again, relax and similar. These are the words in the bold letters. The term scale is a noun. We need an adjective to qualify it. Thus the only adjective is word D. It will be the first word. The only option with D as a first option is C. Thus the correct option is C. So the correct option will be C, because the only option that consists D in the first position is option number C. Next part of the question is, while other corporate giants were what to go carbon neutral, our company pledging to go carbon negative by 2030. Here the highlighted words are other, vote, neutral and pledging. In this sentence, the word highlighted before the word be is where. Where is an auxiliary verb. It must be followed by a verb. Out of all the words, the only word which is a verb is pledging. It must be in the second position, and the only option with word D in the second place is option A. Thus the correct option for this question is option A, because here D is in the second place and we know that where is a auxiliary verb. So where should be followed by a verb, and out of all the words here the verb is pledging. Therefore D should be in the second place. Therefore the correct option for this question is option number A. Next part have the sentence. The global oil market is in war, hot by collapsing demand due to lockdown and a turmoil price savage between many countries. Here the highlighted words are war, collapsing, turmoil and savage. The statement is talking about the oil market obviously. Now it cannot be in a war. It can be at war, but in war does not make any sense here. However, it can be in turmoil, hence the first word must be word C. And the correct option is D as the only option with C as the first word in option D. So the correct option for this question is option number C, because in option number D here C is in the first place and it is the only option which consists C at the first place. Next question is, in this question 2 columns 1 and 2 and 3 sentences are given which are divided into 2 parts. Column 1 consists of A, B and C, which consist of first half of each sentence, and column second D, E and F consist of second half of the each sentence. Match column 1 with column 2 so that the sentences formed are both meaningful and grammatically correct. Choose the option as your answer. And the options here are: portability of one nation, one ration card scheme across states is an important. India's early misadventure with Chinese antibody testing kits in April had put in America. Washington state paid $650 in unemployment insurance too. Second part have 3 sentences, which is the government seems to be indicating that all the problems of exclusion will be resolved. A step to the predilection for rapid test, at least in the short form, and valid concern that needs to be ensured so that migrant workers can access their entitlements. See, for this question we have to join 2 parts of a sentence and we have to join it in such a way that they form a meaningful and grammatically correct sentence. In this question, A connects F and B connects with E. We can see that A will connect with F and B will connect with E to make it grammatically correct and also contextually meaningful. A talks about one nation, one ration card scheme, and F tells us why its portability across the states is important to migrant workers who travel most of the time around the nation. And B states that India had a misadventure with Chinese antibody testing kits in April, and E completes this by saying that event has put up an end to India's special preference for rapid test. After checking carefully, we can conclude that part C of column 1 does not join with any part of the column 2. So we can say that for this question option B is correct, which says that A will connect it to F and B will connect it to E. Next part have the sentences. While the scale of India's economic troubles in the pandemic era seem unprecedented, thanks to the major irrigation projects such as the Indira Gandhi Canal, wherein the digital ID would not only make it quicker and easier to access government services remotely. Now the second part have the sentences. It would also make track and trace systems more effective. The country has struggled to effectively return to her growth trajectory since 2012. Sand dunes are being converted into agricultural fields. In this question also we have to join 2 parts of a sentence in a way that they become meaningful and grammatically correct sentences. Though A and E look contextually perfect to be joined to form a sentence, but if they are joined, there will be a grammatical mistake that will make the sentence wrong. The usage of pronoun her in the part E is incorrect. In the part E, the usage of her is incorrect. Personification of object is correct in case of poetry, and otherwise in regular sentence, its is the correct usage. So in this case, her should be replaced by its. Here her should be replaced by its. Similarly, when we look for a correct match for B, between B and F, desert and sand dunes do have a connection. Also, the first part tells us that canal passes through the desert, and the second part states that due to that the sand dunes are converted into agricultural lands. Also, the joint sentence is grammatically correct. Therefore, part C and part C and part D can be joined together correctly, because when we see the sentences, C talks about digital IDs, which makes it easier to get government services remotely, and D takes the idea forward and tells us that those IDs can be used for other usage like tracking and tracing any person. So the connected sentence would not have any grammatical errors, also means C and D will be grammatically also correct. Therefore, we can say that option B is correct for this question, which says that B and F will have a connection and C and D will have a connection, and they will also form a correct sentence which do not have any grammar mistakes, and they are contextually also correct. So the correct option for this question is option number B. I hope all these questions are clear to you. Next question is a question that comes from quantitative aptitude, and the question is, what approximate value will come in place of the question mark in the following question? You are not expected to calculate the exact value. It means that for the questions 31 to 36, we have to find the approximate value that comes in the place of question mark. First part is 209 divided by 5.02 into under root of question mark plus 31.01 is equals to 18.03 square. So by approximation, it can be written as 210 divided by 5 into under root of question mark plus 31 is equals to 18 square. We have written the approximate values here. On further solving, it will be 42 into under root of question mark is equals to 324 minus 31. Now we have to find the value for question mark. So under root of question mark is equals to 293 upon 42, which is equals to 7, but we have to find its under root. So question mark will be equals to 49. So the correct answer for this question is 49. Means the correct option is option number A. Next part is 124.12 plus 25.98 minus 29.99 is equals to 15 into 0.1 into question mark. Again, by approximation, we can write it as 124 plus 26 minus 30 is equals to 15 into question mark. Remember that we have to find the value for question mark. On further solving, it will be 150 minus 30 is equals to 15 into question mark. Question mark will be equals to 120 upon 15. So question mark is equals to 8. So the correct answer for this question is 8. And therefore the correct option will be option number C. Next part is 59% of 25.01 into 8.01 minus 59 is equal to question mark. See, all these questions are very simple. These are all the basic things. Now let us solve it. By approximation, we can write it as 59% of 25.01 into 8.01 minus 59 is equals to question mark. So question mark will be equals to 59 upon 100 into, by approximation, it will be 200 minus 59. So question mark will be equals to 59 upon 100 into 141. On further solving, it will be question mark is equals to 8319 upon 100, which gives 84 approximately. We are talking about the approximate value. So the correct value for question mark will be 84. Therefore, the correct option for this question is option number C, which is 84. Next part is 1245.12 plus 245.08 plus question mark is equals to 2499.99. By approximation, we can write it as 1245 plus 245 plus question mark is equals to 2500. These are all the appropriate values. So, after writing the approximate values, we have to find the value for question mark. So, on further adding this, it will be 1490 plus question mark is equals to 2500. Question mark will be equals to 2500 minus 1490. Therefore, question mark will be equals to 1010. So, the correct option for this question is option number B, which is 1010. See, all the questions are very simple. You just have to apply the basic things like addition, multiplication, division and subtraction, and you will get all the answers. Next part is under root of 24.01 into 2 plus 252.16 into 2 is equal to question mark. Means we have to find the value for this particular term. So by approximation, we can write it as under root of 24 into 2 plus 252 into 2 is equals to question mark. Now question mark will be equals to under root of 48 plus 252 into 2. On further solving, it will be under root of 49 plus 252 into 2. Again we can write it approximately as under root of 49, because the main thing here is we are writing approximate values. So root 48 can be approximately written as root 49. Therefore, question mark will be equals to 7 plus 252 into 2. On further solving it, it will be 259 into 2, which is equals to 520 approximately. We do not have to find the exact value. We have to find the approximate value. So the approximate value for question mark will be 520. Therefore, the correct option is option number D. Next part is question mark percentage of 391 divided by 41 percentage of 239 is equals to 1.989. By approximation, we can write it as question mark percentage of 390 divided by 41 percentage of 240 is equals to 2. Further solving, it will be question mark into 3.9 divided by 41 into 2.40 is equals to 2. On further solving, it will be question mark into 3.9 is equals to 2 into 41 into 2.40. On further solving, it will be question mark into 3.9 will be approximately equals to 197. Therefore, the value of question mark will be approximately 50. So, the correct answer for this question is 50, and the correct option will be option number D. Next question is, a train has a speed of 15 meter per second and another train have a speed of 25 meter per second. One train crosses a platform in 25 seconds and the other across the same platform in 38 seconds. If train A passes a pole in 25 seconds, find the length of train B. We have to find the length of the train B. Let the length of train A, train B and platform B X, Y and P. According to question, X upon 15 is equals to 25. The question says that a train has a speed 15 meter per second and it passes in 25 seconds. So the value of X will be 375 meter. And we know that X plus P upon 15 will be equals to 38 for the second train which crosses platform in 25 seconds and in 38 seconds. Means the same train will cross the platform in 38 seconds. So X plus P upon 15 will be equals to 38. Therefore 375 plus P will be equals to 570. We have put the value of X here which is 375. So the value of P will be 195. Now Y plus 195 is equals to 625. Therefore we can find the value of Y also. Y will be equals to 430 meter. So in this way we found the length for the train B which is Y. So the correct option for this question is option number B which is 430. I hope this question is clear to you. Next question is rupees 88 is the interest on a sum equal to rupees P invested for 2 years on compound interest at the rate of 20% per annum. This interest is same as the interest gain on a sum of rupees P plus X invested for 5 years on simple interest at 4% per annum. Find the value of X. See, it is a very interesting question. We have learned about the values compound interest, simple interest, principal value, rate, time and so on. According to question, P into 1.2 whole square minus P will be equals to 88. So 1.44 P minus P is equals to 88. On further solving, 0.44 P is equals to 88 and P will be equals to 200. Now for P plus X invested for 5 years on simple interest 4% per annum, it will be 200 plus X because the value of P is 200 into 5 into 4% is equals to 88. On further solving, it will be 200 plus X is equals to 88 upon 0.2. On further solving, it will be X is equals to 240. So the value of X here is 240. So the correct option for this question is option number C which is 240. Next question is speed of boat in downstream is 21 km per hour and in upstream is 15 km per hour. Time taken by boat to cover d kilometer upstream is 1 hour more than the time taken by it to cover d plus 3 km downstream. How much time in hours will be taken by the boat to cover d plus 30 km upstream? See, this is a very important question and this type of question comes every year continuously in the exams. So understand it very carefully. By reading this question, it seems that it is a very difficult question, but it is very simple question. According to question, d by 15 minus d plus 3 by 21 is equals to 1. It is according to question. On further solving this, it will be 7d upon 105 minus 5d plus 15 upon 105 is equals to 1 by taking the LCM. On further solving, it will be 2d minus 15 is equals to 105. So, the value of d will be 120 upon 2, which is 60. Therefore, d is 60. Now, the required time that will be taken by the boat to cover d plus 30 kilometer will be. The value of d is 60. So, 60 plus 30 upon 15. It will be equals to 6 hours. So, the required time in hours is 6 hours. So, the correct option for this question is option number C, which is 6 hours. Next question is the difference between the total cost of fencing a circular field at rupees 0.50 per meter and that of fencing a square field whose side is equal to the radius of the circular field at the same rate is rupees 1800. What is the area of the square field? We have to just find the area of the given square field. Let the radius of circular field be R. We know that the side of square, because the field is in the shape of square, so the side of square is equals to R. So according to question, 0.5 into 2 into 22 by 7 into R minus 4R is equals to 1800. It is given in the question that the rate is rupees 1800. So according to question, this is the equation. On further solving it, it will be 16 by 7 R is equals to 3600. And from here we will get the value of radius, which will be R is equals to 1575 meter. Now we have to find the area for the square field, and we know that area of square is equals to 1575 into 1575. The area of square is 4a and a is the side. So therefore it will be 2480625 meter square. When we will multiply this, its square is 2480625 meter square. So in this way we find the area of the given square field. So the correct option for this question is option number D. I hope all these questions are clear to you, and all these questions does not require more than 10 seconds to get the proper solution. All you have to remember is the basic concepts or the basic formulas that we have learned. Keep learning and keep scoring high. Here is a question. Study the given information carefully and answer the questions that follow. The bar graph given below shows the number of electronic items sold by two companies A and B across 5 years. You can see a bar graph. And the question is, if the ratio of number of laptops and mobiles sold by company A in 2022 is 7:8 and the ratio of number of laptops and mobiles sold by the company B in 2005 is 13:11, by what percentage number of laptops sold in 2005 by company B are less than the number of mobiles sold in 2002 by company A? Assume that no other type of electronic item is made during the given years by any company. See, it is a very long question, but the solution is very easy. First, we have to write the number of mobiles sold by company A. So, by company A, the number of mobiles sold in 2022 will be 8 by 15 into 180 according to the ratio given in the question. So, it will be equals to 96. Now, the number of laptops sold by company B will be equals to 13 by 24 into 144, which gives 78. Now the required percentage will be 96 minus 78 upon 96 into 100, which will be equals to 18.75 percentage. So we can say that this will be the percentage which is required in the question. So the correct option for this question is option number C, which is 18.75 percentage. Next question also contains the same directions. In this we have to find that by what percentage the number of electronic items sold by companies A and B together in 2003 more than the number of electronics items sold by companies A and B together in 2001. We know that the number of electronic items sold by companies A and B together will be 200 plus 176, which gives 376, and number of electronic items sold by companies A and B together in 2001. See, this is the number of electronics sold by companies in 2003. So let us write for 2003. Next step will be number of electronics sold by both the companies A and B in the year 2001 is equals to 160 plus 152, which gives 312. Now we have to find the percentage of both this. Therefore, the required percentage will be 376 minus 312 upon 312 into 100, which gives 20.51 percentage. So this is the required answer for this question. Therefore, the correct option is option number A. You can see that this kind of questions are very simple when directions are same for the questions. Moving on to the next question, again the direction is same. But here we have to find what is the average number of electronic items sold by company A from 2002 to 2005. So first, let us write the number of items sold by A in 2002 to 2005 are 180 plus 200 plus 156 plus 128, which gives 664. These are the number of items sold by A here. All these values are from the bar graph which is given. So the required average will be 664 upon 4, because the total years are 4 years, so it will be 166. Therefore, the average number of electronic items sold by company A from 2002 to 2005 is 166. Therefore, option B is correct for this question. Next question is, what is the ratio of the total number of items sold by A from 2001 to 2003 and the total number of items sold by B from 2003 to 2005. So, number of items sold by A from 2001 to 2003 are 152 plus 180 plus 200, which is equals to 532. Similarly, the number of items sold by B from the year 2003 to 2005 are 176 plus 184 plus 144, which is equals to 504. We have to find the ratio of both this. Therefore, the required ratio is equals to 532 is to 504, which will be equals to 19 is to 18. So this is the required ratio. Therefore, the correct option for this question is option number B. Next question is, company B increases its sale in 2006 by 25% from previous year. Average cost per item in 2006 was rupees 16,500 and it sold laptop at rupees 24,000 and each mobile at rupees 13,500. If the ratio of laptop and mobiles in 2006 was 4 is to 5, find the total profit generated from the sales by company B in 2006 and assume that no other type of electronic item is made by the company in 2006. This is an interesting question. Here comes the best part of this directions from 41 to 45. So now let us solve this question. We know that number of items sold by company B in 2006 is equal to 1.25 into 144, which is equals to 180. Similarly, number of items which contains laptops, so we can write number of laptops sold by company B in 2006 will be equals to 4 by 9 into 180, which will be equals to 80. Now let us write the number of mobiles sold by B in 2006. It will be equals to 180 minus 80, which is 100, because the total items are 180 and out of that 80 are laptops, so the remaining will be mobiles. Now the total cost by company B in 2006 will be 16,500 into 180, which will be equals to rupees 297,000, means 29 lakhs and 70,000. Now total sales revenue will be 24,000. See, all these values are given in question. This 16,500 is given in the question. Similarly, 24,000 is given in the question. 24,000 into 80, because 80 is the number of laptops, plus 13,500 into 100, because 100 is the number of mobile phones. So it will be equals to rupees 32 lakh and 70,000. Now we have to find the profit of company B. So profit of company B in 2006 will be 32 lakh 70,000 minus 29 lakh 70,000. So it will be equals to rupees 3 lakhs. So we can say that the profit generated by company B in 2006 is 3 lakhs. No, it is 30 lakhs. So therefore, we can say that option number D is correct for this question. I hope this question is clear to you. It was a very simple question, but the most important question from this part. Next question is, in the following question, two equations are given in variables x and y. You have to solve this equation and determine the relation between x and y. So we have to simply solve both the equations. First equation is 4x square plus 5x plus 1 is equals to 0. So it can be written as 4x square plus 4x plus x plus 1 is equals to 0. Taking 4x common, it will be x plus 1 and plus 1, x plus 1 is equals to 0. So it will be 4x plus 1 and x plus 1 is equals to 0. So x will be minus 1 and x will be minus 1 by 4. Now, second equation is 2y square plus 5y plus 3 is equals to 0. So on further solving this, it will be 2y square plus 3y plus 2y plus 3 is equals to 0. Again taking common, it will be y 2y plus 3 plus 1 2y plus 3 is equals to 0. So the factors are 2y plus 3 and y plus 1 is equals to 0. So the value of y will be minus 3 by 2 and minus 1. Hence we can say that x is greater than and equal to y, because the values minus 1 and minus 1 is equal, and minus 1 by 4 is greater than minus 3 by 2. So x is greater than or equal to y. This is the relation between x and y according to the given equation. Therefore, the correct option is option number D. See, this kind of questions are very simple. You just simply have to solve the given equation and you will get the answer. Next question is, again we have to solve this equation and determine the relation between x and y. So the equation is x square plus 3x minus 4 is equal to 0. It can be written as x square plus 4x minus x minus 4 is equals to 0. Taking x common, it will be x plus 4 plus minus 1 x plus 4 is equals to 0. So it will be x plus 4 and x minus 1 is equals to 0. So the value of x will be 1 and minus 4. Now taking the second equation is y square plus 2y plus 1 is equal to 0. So it can be written as y square plus y plus 1 is equal to 0. Taking y common, it will be y plus 1 y plus 1 is equals to 0. So it can be written as y plus 1 into y plus 1 is equals to 0. It means that y plus 1 whole square is equals to 0. So y will be equals to minus 1. But you can see that x is 1 and minus 4 and y is minus 1. It means that no relation can be established between x and y. So we can say that option number E is correct, that either x is equal to y or no relation can be established for this particular question. Again the next question is same. Equations are x square minus 12x plus 27 is equals to 0. It can be written as x square minus 9x minus 3x plus 27 is equals to 0. Taking x common, it will be x minus 9. Again minus 3 common, it will be x minus 9 is equals to 0. So the factors will be x minus 9 and x minus 3 is equals to 0. So the value of x will be 9 and 3. Now talking about the second statement is y square minus 3x plus 2 is equals to 0. It can be written as y square minus, it is 3y. Second equation is y square minus 3y plus 2 is equals to 0. So it can be written as 2y minus y plus 2 is equals to 0. Taking y common, it will be y minus 2 minus 1 y minus 2 is equals to 0. So the factors will be y minus 1 and y minus 2 is equals to 0. So the value of y will be 1 and 2. Again we can see here x is equals to 9 and 3 and y is equals to 1 and 2. So the value of x is greater than y. Therefore we can say that option number B is correct for this question, which says that x is greater than y. See, all these questions up to question number 50 is same. You just have to solve the equation. So now in this question, the equation is x square plus 7x plus 10 is equals to 0. It can be written as x square plus 5x plus 2x plus 10 is equals to 0. Taking x common, it will be x plus 5. Taking 2 common, it will be x plus 5 is equals to 0. So the factors here are x plus 5 and x plus 2 is equals to 0. Therefore, the value of x will be minus 5 and minus 2. Now, the second statement is y square minus 4y minus 12 is equals to 0. Again, finding the factors for this equation, it can be written as y square minus 6y plus 2y minus 12 is equal to 0. See, what we are doing in all this question is we are using the splitting the middle term method to find the factors and the values for the given variables x and y. So next step will be taking y common, it will be y minus 6. Taking 2 common, it will be y minus 6 is equal to 0. So the factors are y minus 6 and y plus 2 is equals to 0. Therefore, the value of y will be plus 6 and minus 2. We can see that x and y is equal at minus 2 and minus 2, but x is less than y when it comes to plus 6 and minus 5. So we can say that x is less than or equals to y. This is the correct relationship based on this given equation. So we can say that the correct option for this question is option number C, which says that x is less than equals to y. Next question is, there are again two equations and the equations are x square plus 4x plus 4 is equal to 0. It can be written as x square plus 2x plus 2x plus 4 is equal to 0. Taking x common here, it will be x plus 2 plus 2 common here, it will be x plus 2 is equals to 0. So the factors are x plus 2 and x plus 2 is equals to 0. Therefore, we can write that x plus 2 whole square is equal to 0 and value of x will be minus 2. Second equation is y square plus 3y plus 2 is equals to 0. Again, solving this equation, we will get y square plus 2y plus y plus 2 is equals to 0. Taking y common, it will be y plus 2. Taking 1 common, it will be y plus 2 is equals to 0. So the factors are y plus 2 and y plus 1 is equals to 0. Therefore, value of y will be minus 2 and minus 1. You can see that x and y are equal because both are minus 2 and x is less than or equal to y. So we can say that x is less than equals to y. So the correct option for this question is option number C, which is x is less than or equal to y. I hope this question is clear to you. Next question is a very interesting question. What should come in place of the question mark in the following number series? See, it is a very basic question of mathematics. The series is 24, 36, 72, 180 and 540, and we have to find that what should come in the place of question mark. You can see that it is forming a pattern, and the pattern of series is 24 into 1.5 gives 36, 36 into 2 gives 72, 72 into 2.5 gives 180 and 180 into 3 gives 540. You can see the pattern here, 1.5 to 2.53 means it is increasing by 0.5. So the next number will be 540 into 3.5. So the number will be 1890. So option number D is correct for this question. Next question is also the same. Here the series is 49, 45, 61, 25, question mark and minus 11. Only the difference is that question mark is in the second last place. Here also there is a pattern of series, and pattern of series is 49 minus 4 is 45. 45 plus 16 is 61. 61 minus 36 is 25. So you can see that this is 2 square, this is 4 square, this is 6 square. So this will be 8 square. Since it is 2, 4, 6, then it will be 8 square. So 8 square is 64. So it means that 25 plus 64 should give 89. Again, next will be 10 square. So again 89 minus 100 gives minus 11. So the required number which is in the place of question mark is 89. Therefore the correct option here is option number B, which is 89. Next question is also the same. Here the series is 100, question mark, 105, 110, 118 and 130. The pattern of the series is like this. 100 plus 2 gives 102. 100 plus 2 gives plus 3 gives 105. Similarly, 100 plus 5 gives 110. 110 plus 8 gives 118 and 118 plus 12 gives 130. You can see that the difference here is plus 1, the difference here is plus 2, the difference here is plus 3 and the difference here is plus 4. So this is the pattern of the series, plus 1, plus 2, plus 3, plus 4. So here there will be 100 plus 2 which gives 102. So the correct option for this question is option number A. Next question is also the same. See, all these questions are extremely simple. Here the series is 25,000, 4,000, 560, 67.2, question mark, 0.5376. We just have to recognize the pattern of every series. This series is in the form, see, 25 into 0.16 gives 4,000. Then 4,000 into 0.14 gives 560. 560 into 0.12 gives 67.2. 67.2 into 0.10 will be multiplied. So it will give 6.72. And similarly 6.72 into 0.08 will be 0.5376. You can see that here there is 16, then minus 2 14, minus 2 12, minus 2 10 means 0.16 minus 0.02, 0.14 minus 0.02. Here there is minus 0.02, again minus 0.02, again minus 0.02 and again minus 0.02. So I hope you have now understood the pattern of the given series. So the number which is in the place of question mark is 6.72. So the correct option here is option number E, which is 6.72. I hope this is clear to you now. Next question is also same. Here the series is 10, 6, 5, 11, question mark and 345. You can see that continuously questions are coming for the series. It means that it is a very important question and it always comes in the exam. So here the pattern of series is between 10 to 6, it is 10 into 0.5 plus 1 gives 6. Then 6 into 1 minus 1 gives 5. 5 into 2 plus 1 gives 11. Then 11 into, it should be 4 minus 1. So 11 into 4 minus 1 will be 43. And let us check for the last number also. 43, again it will be into 8 plus 1 gives 345. You can see here there is 0.5, here there is 1, then here is 2, 4, 8. Means the squares 2 into 2 into 2. It is in this form. 2 into 2 is 4, 4 into 2 is 8. Here also 1 into 2 is 2 and 0.5 into 2 is 1. So the difference here is into 2 in every part. This is the pattern of the series. So in this way we get the number which is 43. So we can say that the correct option for this question is option number B, which is 43. Now moving on to the next question, which is also the same. So here the series is 10, question mark, 12, 23, 14 and 25. So the pattern of series is in such a way that plus 11 means 10 plus 11 will be 21. Then 21 minus 9 is 12. Again 12 plus 11 is 23. 23 minus 9 is 14. Again 14 plus 11 is 25. So the pattern is plus 11 minus 9 plus 11 minus 9 and plus 11. So hence we can say that the correct option for this answer is 21, which is option number C. I hope all these questions are clear to you. Next question is A completes 3/4 of a work in 9 days while A and B completes the entire work in 9 days. The efficiency of A is how much percentage more than the efficiency of B? See, this is a different question and this question comes from work and energy. So first let us write work done by A in 9 days. It is given in the question. It is 75%. 3/4 means 75. Now, if A does 75%, then the remaining work will be done by B. So, work done by B in 9 days will be 25%. Because 100 minus 75 is the remaining percent, which is 25%. Therefore, the required percentage will be 75 minus 25 upon 25 into 100, which gives 200%. So you can say that the efficiency of A is 200% more than the efficiency of B. Therefore, the correct option for this question is option number A, which is 200. Next question is a train passes a platform whose length is 50 meters more than the length of the train in 30 seconds. If the length of the platform was 2 times the length of the train, then the train would have taken 40 seconds to pass the platform. Find the speed of the train. This is a very interesting question. We don't know about the length and speed. So firstly, let length and speed of train be L and V. According to question, L plus 50 upon V is equals to 30. So L will be equals to 15V minus 25. Let this be equation number 1. Also according to question, L plus 2L upon V is equal to 40. So here L will be equals to 40V upon 3. Let this be equation number 2. Now from equation 1st and 2nd, we get 40V upon 3 is equals to 15V minus 25. You can see that LHS is same, so RHS will also be same for the given equations. So it will be 40V is equals to 45V minus 75. So V will be equals to 75 upon 5, which is equals to 15 meter per second. So we can say that the speed of the train is 15 meter per second. So the correct option for this question is option number C, 15 meter per second. Next question is 10% of total votes were invalid in an election contested by A and B. A got 8100 valid votes and B gets 36% of total votes casted. Find the number of invalid votes. See, the total number of votes are 100%. So we can write that number of votes is equals to 100x. Now, number of valid votes according to the question is equals to 90% of 100x. It means that 90x. Now, number of votes received by B is equals to 36% of total votes, means 100x, which is equals to 36x. According to question, B gets 36% of total votes. So 36% of 100x, which gives 36x. Now the number of votes received by A will be equals to 90x minus 36x, which will be equals to 54x. And we know that A got 1800 valid votes. So it means that 54x will be equals to 1800. So x will be equals to 150. Therefore, we can say that number of invalid votes for A will be, see, these are the number of valid votes. So number of invalid votes for A will be equals to 10 into 150, because there are 10 invalid votes. So it will be 1500. So the correct option for this question is 1500. The number of invalid votes are 1500. Therefore, option number E is the correct option here. Next question is total cost of a rectangular and a square tile of total area 200 meter square is rupees 72,000. If the area of rectangular tiles is 72 meter square more than the square tiles, what is the measure of the side of square tile? We don't know the area of a square tile. So let area of square tile be x. According to question, x plus 72 is equals to 200. 2x is equals to 200 minus 72. 2x is equals to 128 and x will be equals to 64. So this is the area. Now we have to find the side of the square tile. So side of square tile will be equals to under root of 64, which gives 8 meter. So we can say that the side of the square tile or the measure of the side of the square tile is 8 meter. Therefore, option C is correct for this question. Next question is, read the instructions carefully and answer the questions that follow. The line graph given below shows the number of goods produced in 5 factories A, B, C, D and E. You can see there is a line graph. It shows the number of goods which are produced in 5 different factories. The table given below shows the percentage of goods sold in 5 factories out of those produced in 5 factories. Also there is a table which shows us the percentage of goods sold. Now the question here is, total number of goods sold by company B and C together is approximately what percentage of the total number of goods produced by company C and D? So from the given data in the question, we can also calculate several things. Factories are written here A, B, C, D and E and the percentage is written. So total number of goods produced will be 170 here, 180, 200, 240 and 280. Now number of goods sold will be 68, 108, 140 and 180. Now number of unsold goods. This will be 102, 72, 60 and 60. I hope this table is clear to you. From the information given in the table, we have calculated the following. So now total number of goods sold by company B and C together. You can see total number of goods sold by company B and C is 180 and It is not total number of goods. It is total number of goods sold here. So total number of goods sold by B and C is 108 and 140. So we can write that total number of goods sold by company B and C together is 108 plus 140, which is 248. Now total number of goods produced by company C and D together will be, you can see that total number of goods produced by company C and D are, according to the table, they are 200 plus 240, which gives 440. Now the required percentage is total number of goods sold by B and C and total number of goods produced by company C and D. So therefore required percentage will be equals to 248 upon 440 into 100, which will give 56.3 percentage. So this is the correct percent for the given part of the question. Therefore option A is correct here in this question. Next question also has the same direction, and we will use the same table that we have made in previous question. So according to that table, total number of goods sold by both the companies together are 68 plus 140, and in the question you can see that find the ratio of number of goods sold by company A and C together to the number of unsold goods of company B and D together. Means we have to first find the goods sold by A and C. So from the table which we have made in the previous question, total number of goods sold by company A and C together are 68 plus 140, which is equals to 208. Similarly, the number of unsold goods for company B and D together are 72 plus 60, which is equals to 132. So now the required ratio will be 208 upon 132, because we have to find the ratio of both this. So it will be further 52 upon 33. So the ratio will be 52 is to 33. So option number B is correct for this question. See, all these questions are very simple. Next part also contains the same direction, but in this part we have to find that total number of goods sold by companies A, B and D together is approximately what percentage more than the number of unsold goods of the same companies. So first we will have to find the total number of goods sold by companies A, B and D. So according to the table in the previous question, the total number of goods sold by companies A, B and D together is 170 plus 180 plus 240, which is equals to 590. You can also see the table in the previous question. Now we have to find the total number of unsold goods of the same companies. So total number of unsold goods of A, B and D are 102 plus 72 plus 60, which will be equals to 234. This is unsold goods. Now we have to find the percentage. Therefore required percentage is equals to 590 minus 234 upon 234 into 100, which gives 152% approximately, because in the question it is given that approx percentage. So therefore approx percentage is 152%. So the correct option for this question is option number C. Next question is, in factory E, the number of goods sold were 20 more than the factory D. Also in factory E, only 3 type of goods, boots, shirts and ties were sold. In factory E, the number of boots sold were 20% more than the number of ties and were 2/3 of the number of shirts. The number of goods sold by factory B were how much percentage more than the number of shirts sold by factory E? See, it is a very lengthy question, but let us see it. You already know the data which we have calculated in a table. So from the table, we made the table in the first part of this question, and from the table, by looking at the values, the total number of goods sold by factory D is equal to 180. Now let the number of ties sold by factory E be X. Therefore, number of boots sold by factory E will be equals to X into 1.2, which will be equals to 1.2 X. Similarly, number of shirts sold by factory E will be equals to 1.2 X into 3 by 2, which gives 1.8 X. Now, number of goods sold by factory E is equals to 180 plus 20, which gives 200, and 200 is also equals to x plus 1.2x plus 1.8x, which gives 4x. So x will be equals to 200 upon 4. So x will be equals to 50. Therefore, we can say that the number of shirts sold by E will be 1.8 into x, means 1.8 into 50. So it will be 90. And we know that the number of goods sold by B is 108. Therefore, the required percentage is 108 minus 90 upon 90 into 100. You can see that in the question we have to find goods sold by factory B were how much percentage more than the number of shirts sold by factory E. Therefore, the required percentage is 108 minus 90 upon 90 into 100. So, it will be further equals to 20%. So the correct option for this question is option number C, which is 20%. I hope this question is clear to you. See, this type of questions will mostly come in the exams where you will be given directions which are same for coming 3 to 4 questions. But as you can see that you don't need to solve all the question. Just in one question you can make the required table or the required calculations, and then you can easily solve all the other parts. Next part is, in another factory F, the number of goods sold were 20 less than the average of the number of goods produced by factories C, D and E. The number of unsold goods for factory F were 1 less than 120% of the number of unsold goods for factory E. 60% of the difference between the unsold and sold goods for factory F was less than how many of the 5 factories? Use the data from the previous question. See, as I told you, these are the questions of directions. So you have to use the same data from the previous questions. So firstly, we know that number of goods sold by factory F will be equals to 200 plus 240 plus 280 upon 3 minus 20, which will be equals to 220. Therefore, number of unsold goods will be, for F, we are counting it for F. So number of unsold goods will be 80 into 1.2 minus 1, which gives 95. So the difference here is 220 minus 95, which is 125. Therefore, 60% of difference between unsold and sold for factory F will be 125 into 0.6, because we have to find 60% of the difference. So into 0.6. So it will be 75. Now for the other factories difference, let us write the calculation in the form of a table. So it is given the factories are A, B, C, D and E. We know that number of goods sold are 68, 108, 140, 180 and 200. Also, we know the number of unsold goods. Number of unsold goods are 102, 72, 60, 60 and 80. We have already calculated all the values in the first part of this question. Now, difference between sold and unsold will be 34, 36, 80, 120 and 120. Now, on the basis of this table, we can say that the difference is less than 3 factories, which is C, D and E. Therefore, we can say that total there are 3 factories who have the difference less than, means the difference is less than 3 factories, which is C, D and E. The difference of F is less than 3 factories. So the correct option for this question is option number D, which is 3. I hope this question is clear to you. Next question is reasoning ability. See, it is based on reasoning ability. If it is possible to make a meaningful word from the second, fourth, fifth and ninth letters of the word betraying, then which will be the third letter from the right of that word? Mark X if no such word can be formed, and mark Y if more than one such words can be formed. So the word is given betraying. We have to look for second, fourth, fifth and ninth term. So second term is E, fourth term is R, fifth term is A and ninth term is G. So the words are E, R, A and G. Out of these words, we have to look that we can form any word which is meaningful or not. So out of these words, meaningful word will be G, E, A, R, which is gear, and also there can be another word which is R, A, G, E. So there are 2 meaningful words. Now look at the question. We have to mark X if no such word can be formed, but we have already formed 2 words from the given letters, and we have to mark Y if more than one such word can be formed. You can see that these are 2 words, so therefore more than one words can be formed from all the given letters. Therefore option number E is the correct answer for this question, which is Y. Next question is study the following information and answer the given question. T is the sister of Q. T is unmarried. Q is the only daughter-in-law of J. J is the father of only N and M. R is the nephew of M. M is unmarried. B is grandfather of R. F is the aunt of R. This question is very confusing. So the trick to solve this kind of question is you just have to make the symbols for all the relations given here. So first let us make the symbols. Let this be the symbol for male. Let this be the symbol for female. Let this be the symbol for siblings or cousins. Let this be the symbol for couples or married people, and let this be the symbol for child. Now, according to the question, we can easily make a diagram. First part says that T is the sister of Q, means T is female. So, T is the sister of Q and T is unmarried. Okay. Q is the only daughter-in-law of J. See, Q is the daughter-in-law means she is also a female. She is a daughter-in-law of J and J is the father of N and M. It means that Q will be the wife of either N or M. But it is also given that M is unmarried. Means Q is the wife of N. So Q is the wife of N and M is unmarried. Sorry, for the male we have to take the square. M is unmarried, okay, and we know that J is the father of both N and M. So J will be the father here. And R is the nephew of M. See, if R is the nephew of M, then R is also the nephew of N because N and M are both brothers. So R will be the nephew for N also. So we can mark R here. Now further it says that B is the grandfather of R. See, B is the grandfather of R means B will be also related to Q. So in this way B becomes the grandfather for R and F is the aunt of R. So F is a sister to T and Q. So in this way we make a diagram. I hope it is clear to you. Now the question is, how is F related to Q? I told you before 5 seconds that since F is the aunt of R and we know that R is the nephew of M. So F is the aunt of R. So we can say that F is sister with Q. Means F is the sister of Q. So the correct option will be option number B here. Next part is also the same. Let us again make the diagram. Now the question is, how is T related to R? You can see that T is the sister with Q and R is the nephew of M. So T will be the aunt of R because since F is the aunt of R and we know that F, T and Q are sisters, so T will be also aunt of R. Again we have to make the diagram. So just as to make you understand it better. Now you can see that the child of B is Q because this is the symbol for child and the child of J is N and M. The question is, how is B related to N? See, B has a child Q and Q is married to N. It means that B will be the father-in-law of N. So the correct option is option number D here. So I hope all these questions are clear to you. Next question is, study the following information and answer the given question. See, this is also a similar question as previous one. So first let us make the required diagram for this question. Question says about 9 people live on different floors of a 9-floor building. So let us make the 9 floors. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. We know that 9 will be the topmost floor. Now, let us read the question. Question says that only 3 people leave above the floor on which A lives. Means above A there are 3 more people. So it means that A will be here and this will be the 3 more people above A. And as many people leave as below A as below B. See, above A 3 people leave, so it means that below B also 3 people will leave. Means B will be on the 4th floor from the ground. So here there will be B, and you can see that below B 3 people leave. Similarly for A also we have done that. Above A 3 people leave, so A will be on the 6th floor from ground and A will be on the 4th floor from top. Now the next part is only 2 people leave between B and C. See, here there is B and between B and C only 2 people leaves. So C should be here. So you can see that between C and B only 2 people leaves, among which one is A. Then only 3 people leave between C and D. So this is C and 3 people leave between C and D. So it cannot be this way because here there are only 2 spaces. So it will be 1, 2 and 3. D will be here. So these are the 3 peoples that leaves between C and D. Now the next part is E lives on an even numbered floor immediately above H. See, immediately above H means immediately above the ground. So E will be here since it is an even numbered floor, and here there will be H. F lives on a floor immediately above J. See, J can be here because if J will be on this place, above J is A, so J will be here, and F lives above J, so F will be here. Now the remaining one is G, so G lives on 5th floor. I hope this diagram and explanation is clear to you. Now let us look at the question part. Who among the following lives exactly between J and B? So we can see that between J and B, C lives, A lives, G lives. So C, A and G. These are the peoples who live between J and B. So according to our options, option number C will be correct, which is A, because it is asked that exactly between J and B. You can see that between J and B there is again C and G and the middle term is A. So it is exactly between J and B. Therefore the correct option is option number C, which is A. Next part is also the same, but first let us make the floors that we have made in the previous question. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. F, J, C, A, G, B, D, E and H. Now the question here is, if E is related to B and G, if E is related to B and G is related to C, then in the same way A is related to whom? So first we have to look for how E is related to B. So here is E and here is B, means there is only one person between E and B. Now let us look for G is related to C. This is G and this is C. Here also there is one person or one floor between C and G. So in the same way A is related to whom? We have to find that A is related to whom in the same way. So look at A here. A is here and we have to find that A is related to whom. So we can say that above A there is C and above C there is J. Between A and J there is only one person, which is C. So the answer will be A is related to J in the same way, because the way is between both the person, only one person is there. So between A and J there is also one person. You cannot choose between A and B because B is already in the question. So the correct option is option number B, which is J. Next question is also the same. So again, let us make the floors for this question. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. And this is F, J, C, A, G, B, D, E and H. Now the question is, who among the following lives on the ground floor? You can see on the ground floor there is H. So option number A is the correct option for this question. H lives on the ground floor. Next question is also the same. So we will require the diagram just to understand this question. The question is, the one who lives 3 floors away from D is. See, D is here. So the one who lives 3 floors. Below D there are only 2 floors. Above D there are so many floors. So the one who lives 3 floors away means 1, 2 and 3. Means C lives 3 floors away from D. No, in this part we have to also look for D. We will also count D. So this is 1, this is 2 and this is 3. So A lives 3 floors away from D because D is also a floor, so we cannot ignore that floor. So A is the correct option, means option number B is correct, which says A. Next question is, find the odd one out. Again we have to make the floors. These are the persons and floors. The odd one out here is D. You can see that D has no further more relations. So D is the odd one out here because there are so many relations with all the other persons, but D do not have as many as. So D is the correct option for this question. So according to the given options, option number B is correct, which says D. So I hope all these questions are clear to you. You just have to apply short tricks, or you just have to understand the given question by making a diagram, and you will easily solve all the questions. Next question is, if the word transduce, see the word is transduce. All the vowels are changed into next letter and all the consonants are changed into the previous letter according to the English alphabet series, then which letter will appear more than once? So in this word, the vowels should be changed into the next letters and the consonant should be changed into the previous letter. So first let us look for the consonants. T is consonant, R is consonant, N is consonant, S is consonant, D is consonant and C is consonant. Consonant should be changed into the previous letter. So the previous letter of T is S, the previous letter of R is Q, the previous letter of N is M, the previous letter of S is R, the previous letter of D is C and the previous letter of C is B. And now talking about the vowels, vowels are A, U and E. Vowels are changed into the next letter, means the next letter of A is B, the next letter of U is V and the next letter of E is F. Now the question is, which letter will appear more than once? So in all these letters we can see that B appear more than once. B is appearing 2 times. So the correct option is B. Correct option is B, which says B only. Next question consists of various statements and the statement are no diary is books, only a few books are notes, no note is magazine. So we have to make some conclusions. So for understanding this question, first let us make a basic diagram. Statement says about diary, books, notes and magazine. So the diagram will be in such a way. Let this be the diary. No diary is books, means no single diary is a book. Let this be book. And only a few books are notes. Okay, so take few books and combine it with notes. So these are the few books which are notes. There is a combination of both this. Then the next statement says that no note is magazine, means no notes is a magazine. So I hope the diagram is clear to you. Now the conclusions are, some notes are definitely not diary. So you can see that these are the notes and notes are not connected with diary. So we can say that conclusion 1 is correct. Second conclusion is, some magazines are definitely not books. See, magazines are related to notes and notes are related to books. So magazines can be also related to books. So statement 2 or conclusion 2 is not correct. So we can say that only first conclusion follows. So correct answer is option number A for this question. Next question also consists of some statements. Only a few tires are wheels, all alloy are wheels and no wheels are discs. So first let us make the tires. Let this be the tires. Only a few tires are wheels, means a few tires will be wheels and this will be the few tires that are wheels. And next statement says that all alloys are wheels, means alloy will be inside wheels because all alloy are wheels. And then no wheels are discs, means there is no connection between disc and wheels. So now the conclusions are, some tires are not disc. You can see that some tires are not disc because tire is not directly related to disc. So conclusion 1 is correct. Second conclusion is, all alloys are tires. No, all alloys are not tires because alloys are in wheels and only some of the wheels is related to tires. So we cannot say that all alloys are tires. So second conclusion is not correct. So only first conclusion is correct, means the correct option for this question is A, which is only one follows. Next question is, there are directions given for the 6 people A, B, C, D, E and F. So according to this question, the diagram will be in such a way. They are sitting in a circle and there are 6 peoples A, B, C, E, D and F, and the colors are blue, orange, pink, purple, yellow and red. So the question is, as many people sit between F and the one who likes orange as between B and C. The one who likes orange is E and the question is again, as many people sit between F and the one who likes orange as between B and see, the one who likes orange is E and here there is F. So it says that as between B and, so it is between B and D. D is the one who likes purple. So the correct option for this question is the one who likes purple, which is option number C. Next question also consists the same direction. So let us again make the diagram for this question. Let this be the diagram. This is B, this is E, this is C, D, F and A. A goes for red, B goes for blue, E likes oranges, pink, for D it was purple, and for F it is yellow. Now let us look at the question. The question is, who amongst the following sits third to the right of D? See, this is D and the right of D will be this according to the directions. So 1, 2 and 3. So according to the right direction, B sits to the third of D. Therefore the correct option is B, and according to question the correct option is C, which says that B is the correct answer. Next part is also the same. So first let us make the diagram. You can see that in every question this diagram will be used, because by looking at the diagram only we will understand the concept behind the question and we will be able to choose the right answer. So it is very necessary that before seeing the correct answer you have to understand this by making a diagram. So now look at the question. The question is, how many people sit between B and the one who likes pink when counted from right of B? See, the right of B is this. So we have to find the people between B and C. See, the one who likes pink is C. So the peoples between B and C from right is 1, 2 and 3. So correct option is 3, which is option number C. You can see that this all are the very simple questions. Next question also has the same direction. So let us make the diagram again. See, this is just a rough diagram to make you understand about the question. Now let us look at the question. Who amongst the following likes the purple color? You can see that D likes the purple color. So option number B is correct, which says D. Next question is also the same. So the question is, F likes which one of the following colors? You can see that F likes yellow color. So according to the option C, there is nowhere yellow given. So option number E is correct, which is none of this, because there is not yellow mentioned here. Yellow is not mentioned here. That is why. So correct option is option number E, which is none of this. Next question is a very interesting question. In a certain code, the code is 6, 3, 8, 2, 4 and 6. This particular code is coded as 959 1, 2, 3. So we have to look for the pattern here. See, 6 plus 3 will be 9, 3 plus 2 will be 5, 8 plus 1 will be 9, 2 minus 1 will be 1, 4 minus 2 will be 2 and 6 minus 3 will be 3. Again applying the same pattern here. For this digits we will get 9 plus 3 is See, we have to look for the question first. That it says that again this number is coded as 794045. Okay. So writing the digits here 794045. You can see that here also there is same pattern, plus 3, plus 2, plus 1, minus 2 and minus 3. Now we have to find the code for 543678. So the number is 543678. So again we will apply the same pattern here. 5 plus 3 is 8. 4 plus 2 is 6. 3 plus 1 is 4. 6 minus 1 is 5. Then 7 minus 2 is 5 and 8 minus 3 is also 5. You can see the pattern is in plus 3, plus 2, plus 1, minus 2 and minus 3. So the correct code is 864555. Therefore the correct option is option number A, which says 864555. The main part here was this pattern that you have to understand. Next question consists of the statements. And the statement is W is less than I and I is less than N. O is greater than K. D is greater than O and O is less than N. So for the first conclusion, which says that O is less than W, let us see. We know that W is less than I and I is less than N. And N is greater than O and O is less than D. So the conclusion that O is less than W is not correct. It does not follows, because you can see that O is not less than W. Now we know that D is greater than O and O is greater than K. It means that K will be less than D. So this follows, which is the conclusion number 2. We can say that yes, K is less than D. So only second conclusion follows. Therefore the correct answer here is option number B, which is only 2 follows. Next question is, study the following information and answer the given question. In a certain code language, message for new customer is coded as EB, DY, MX and CZ. Send message regarding sale C. Message is coded as AS, new is coded as DY, for is coded as EB, customer is coded as MX and CZ. So in this way, all these words are coded. Send message regarding sale is coded as SUGANI. So we have to find that what is the code for sale. We have to find the code for sale. So first let us write all the words. The words are message, attract, customer, sale, send or regarding, new, for and more. These are the words. And now let us write the code for these words. The code for these words according to the question is DY, PE, for customer it is MX, then GA, SU or NI, SU for send and NI for regarding, EB, CZ and LU. These are the code according to the question. Now the question is, what is the code for the word sale? So you can see in the table, sale have the code GA. So option number A is correct, which says GA. Remember this table carefully, because this table will be used in the coming questions also, because the directions are same for question number 85 to 89. So according to this table only we will take the right answer. Next question is, How is more coded in that language? See, we have made the table and we know that more is coded as LU. So option number B is correct. Next question is the code for new 4 is. See, we know that the code for new is EB and the code for is CZ. So the correct option is EBCZ, which is option number D. Next question is which of the following is coded as regarding? See, we know the code for regarding is NI. So NI is coded as regarding. So correct option is option number B, which is NI. You can see that all these questions are very simple. You just have to first understand that what is the code for which word and you will easily get all the answers. Next question is in the given code language, what does the code LU means? We already know that LU means more. So the correct option here is more, which is option number C. I hope all these questions are clear to you. You just have to simply make the table here for all the words and you will get all the answers. Next question is study the following information and answer the given question. 9 boxes are placed in a stack one above the other. So firstly, let us make the 9 boxes. It is a stack. Don't forget that. So these are the 9 boxes which are in the form of stack. Now let us read the question. 3 boxes are placed between A and F. See, the first box will be always A. Now 3 boxes are placed between A and F. A is here. 3 boxes are placed means 1, 2 and 3. So F will be here. Then 1 box is placed between F and K. Here there is F and 1 box is placed between F and K means K should be here. 5 boxes are placed between K and B. See, here there is K, so count 5. We cannot go upside because there are only 2 boxes. And question says that 5 boxes are placed between K and B. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So B is the lowest element here. Here there will be B. And the question says that B is placed below A. Yes, B is placed below A because it is a stack. When A removes, then it comes to here. So next sentence is the number of boxes placed below G is the same as the number of boxes placed above E. Therefore, G will be here because the number of boxes are same for G and E will be here. Now, question says G is placed just above H. So, here is H. You can see that in stack, these are the above elements and these are the below elements. Stack is like when first person is removed, it comes to the last position. Means when A will be removed, it will come to the last position. Then E will come on the top. So similarly, this cycle goes on. Now the question says that C is placed above H but below D. So here there will be C and the remaining term is D. You can see that C is below D. So this is the stack according to the question. Now let us look at the question. How many boxes are placed between F and D? This is F and this is B. So 1, 2 and 3. 3 boxes are placed between F and B. So option B is correct, which says 3. Next part is also the same. So let us make the stack A, E, K, D, F, C, H, G and B. This is the stack of the boxes. I am not making the whole stack here because I have already made in the previous question. So the question is which one of the following box is placed at bottom? So can you tell me by looking at the stake that which of the following is placed at bottom? At bottom you can see that B is placed. So answer is B, which is option number D. Next question is also the same, and we know that the stake is in the form A, E, K, D, F, C, H, G and B. The question is how many boxes are kept between box E and box C. This is E and this is C. We have to find that how many boxes are there between E and C. So 1, 2 and 3. 3 boxes are there. Therefore the correct option is option number D, which says 3. Next part is also the same. So let us again make the stack of boxes A, E, K, D, F, C, H, G and B. The question is how many boxes are placed below H. Look for H. Below H means here. So 2 boxes are placed below H. Therefore the correct option is B, which says 2. See, all these questions are very simple. Next question is also the same, and the stack is A, E, K, D, F, C, H, G and B. Now the question is as many boxes placed above K is the same as the number of boxes placed below. See, above K there are 2 boxes and we have to find a box where below that box also there are 2 boxes. So below H there are 2 boxes. So H will be the box. So correct option is option number B, which is H. Next question is a different question which says that point A is 29 meters south of point B. We just have to make the required diagram for this question. And point A is 29 meters south of point B. Let this be point A. Now it is south of point B. So south of point B will be this. Let this be point B and it is 29 meter. Then point C is 37 meter east of point B. So here there will be C and the east will be in this way. This is 37 meter. Next thing is point C is 17 meter north of point D. So D will be here and it will be 17 meter north. So it is 17. See, 17 meter north of point D. So for point D, north is in this direction. Point E is 15 meter west of point D. So west of D is this. So this will be the point E and it is 15 meter west. Point F is 25 meter north of point E. North of point E is here and it is point F and it is 25 meter. So in which direction is point F with respect to point A? See, point A is in the north direction and point F is in the east direction. So the correct option here will be option number B, which is northeast. According to question, we just have to find the direction of point F. So first let us look at the direction of point F. Point F is in the north direction. With respect to point A is in the east direction. So the correct answer is northeast. Next question is a very different question. Again, the directions are given for question number 96 to 100. Study the following information and answer the given questions. 12 people are sitting in 2 parallel rows. So it means that the parallel rows will be in this form. And in which, see, 12 people are sitting in 2 parallel rows which have 6 seats in each row. Means both the parallel rows have 6 seats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Similarly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. There is equal distance between adjacent seats. Okay. In row 1, that is P, Q, R, S, T and V are seated and all of them are facing north. In row 2, A, B, C, D, E and F are seated and all of them are facing south. So according to question, the sitting arrangement will be A, D, E, F, B, C, S, T, P, Q, V and R. Now, A sits third to the right of F. Yes. The one who sits second to the left of A faces P. Number of people sitting to the right of Q is same as the number of people sitting to the left of P. And D faces the immediate neighbor of S. Q sits third to the right of S. 3 points sit between A and B. And T sits fourth to the left of R, who does not face E. So according to question, we have made the required diagram. Now the question is, how many people sit between the one who faces T and C? See, T is here and C is here. So you can see that between T and C in this direction or either in this direction, the number of peoples are 3. So the correct option here is option number C, which says 3. Next question is also the same. So let us make the diagram again. A, D, E, F, B, C, S, T, P, Q, V and R. Now the question is, find the odd one out. Can you tell me which is the odd one out? Here the odd one out is E, because there is not more conditions for this E and no one faces E directly or immediately. So E is the odd one out here. So option number E is correct, which says E. Because you can see that if T sits 4 to the left of R, who does not face E. See, it is T does not face E. Therefore, E will be the odd one out. Next question is also the same. So first let us make the required diagram. A, D, E, F, B, C, S, T, P, Q, V and R. The question is, who amongst the following sits third to the left of the one who faces F? So the person who faces F is Q, and we have to find who sits third to the left of them. Means we have to look for the left and the third most person. So 1, 2 and 3. So S sits in the third to the left of the Q. So correct option is option number D, which is S. Next question also has the same directions. I hope now the concepts are clear to you that how we have to solve this type of questions. You just have to understand the basic thing, what question says, and you will be easily able to solve all this type of question. So here is the arrangement, which is in the parallel form. And now the question is, how many people sit to the right of R? R is here. You can see that there is no people sitting to the right of R. Means the correct option here is option number E, which is none. Next question also has the same directions. This is A, D, E, F, B, C, S, T, P, Q, V and R. The question is, if A is related to T. So first let us see how A is related to T. A is here and T is here in this way. And D is related to P. Okay, D is also related to P in the same way. Then in the same way, how F is related to whom? Means we have to find that F is related to whom. You can see that A is related to T in this form. D is related to P also in this form. So F will be related to V in the same way. So correct answer is option number B, which says V. So I hope all these questions are clear to you, and keep learning more and keep scoring high.